The word safe carries a lot of meaning these days, and it means different things to different people. You ever notice how some people use the word safe today? I don't feel safe. This doesn't feel safe. Let's create a safe space. So I just wrapped up a pretty intense one-on-one coaching session with a young executive. She was going through a tough time, and the first thing she said to me was, "I don't feel safe." That phrase hit me hard, not because it was dramatic, but because it's something we're all hearing more and more in business and in life. But here's what happened next. We talked, we challenged, we got real. And about 90 minutes later, she didn't just say that she felt safe, she said she felt great. Not because I fixed everything, but because we created the space to talk, to listen, to stretch, and to grow. And that's the point. Now listen, I get it. I respect it. Safe is a basic human need and fundamental right. But I want to challenge the way some people use the word today, and moreover, hide behind it. Growth doesn't happen by being overly sheltered, cowardly, or afraid. You know, there's a powerful moment in the book and the movie, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, when the children ask about Aslan, the lion who represents God. Is he safe? And the response was, safe? Who said anything about safe? Of course he isn't safe, but he's good. That line hits hard. Goodness isn't always comfortable. Leadership isn't always cozy. And progress, that sure as heck isn't safe. When we protect ourselves, when we use "I don't feel safe" as a shield to avoid discomfort, critique, or challenge, especially when it's not fully warranted because you're not actually being physically or emotionally abused, we rob ourselves of growth. And that's not resilience. That's unnecessary and misguided fragility. And BOS-UP doesn't build fragile companies or fragile leaders. We build resilient ones. That's why in every session I lead, I and our coaches remind people of the CLEAR framework. And CLEAR is the word, but it also is an acronym that stands for collaborative, logical, empathetic, authentic, and resilient. And at the heart of resiliency is antifragility, the ability to get better through discomfort, to improve under pressure, to say, this doesn't feel safe necessarily, but maybe that's the point. Who says you can't be validated and challenged at the same time? That you can be seen and stretched. You can be respected and called higher. And let's be real. If you only hang out in the shallow end of the pool, or worse, never get in the water at all, how are you ever going to learn to swim? Let alone deal with the inevitable choppy and turbulent waters, which are always going to happen in business, work, and life. And you're going to get a boatload of unexpected waves, right? Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying go all David Goggins, screaming at the mirror until your eyeballs bleed. But what I am saying is find the line. Stretch your capacity. Don't confuse growth and pain as issues that you got to overthink about. So when you hear that voice in your head, or you're on a team that says, "I don't feel safe," ask these 3 questions, please. Number 1, is this a physical threat or an emotional discomfort? Be honest. Are you unsafe or just uncomfortable? There's a big difference there. Don't blur the two. Number 2, am I avoiding growth under the guise of protection? Challenge yourself. Is safe a convenient excuse to stay where you are? And why do you want to just stay there? Number 3, what would a trusted coach, good use of AI, or a system say? Ask for outside advice. Good AI can assess your patterns. Coaches can call your bluff. And systems, they should be holding you accountable and aligned. BOS-UP isn't about coddling. It's about courageous clarity, challenge, and capacity. It's about building with care. So don't go chase safety at the expense of strength. Don't avoid the lion because he isn't necessarily tame, and he's not safe, but he is good. And growth isn't necessarily safe, but it is good. BOS-UP and Carpe momentum.